A native of York region, her musical influences are rooted right here, and I'm going to get to know all about them in a few minutes. Karina started singing when she was 6 years old and eventually went to Unionville High School to improve her talent.
It was an arts intensive program. I was in the vocal program, and it kind of just kept stemming from there. I was like, I could really do something with this. I didn't take music in university. I had done a lot of my Royal Conservatory training all the way to the end before that. So that's when I started getting more into the pop and the writing and the recording aspect rather than classical or performing.
Karina's music is classified as pop, but she says she's added a unique edge to it.
It's definitely pop, but it is a lot darker, so if it were a color, it would be like red or black. I tried to keep things still very intense. It's darker in its nature.
How has growing up in York region influenced your musical career?
Well, York region has been really supportive for everything I've done, whether it was performing for mayor conventions, whether it was my high school, which is in York region. A lot of the beginning performances that I did actually stem from my community. I love York region, I love the community, and I would never deny that I was from there, and I'm always going to support it.
She's young, and she's dedicated, and she's driven, and that's the type of artist that we like. You know, I'll tell her something, and she'll go home and work on it, and come back the next day and show me what she has.
And this is one of the ones.
You know, we don't take in too many artists. We have a small roster, but we're very dedicated to the few artists that we do have.
Karina says the newest song she's been working on, called A Little Mercy, has a lot of edge and a rock feel to it, even though it's still pop. What kind of meaning do you want to give with that song?
That song is intense, and I want it to feel like passion and fire, and when someone listens to it to kind of pinch their teeth, that's what I want.
Karina says she's not as nervous as she used to be every time she sings in front of an audience.
I can't take it no more. Hey, I just look at the audience and I try to connect with them. I try to bring them in. I try to make them feel what I'm feeling and understand what I'm getting from this song and try to make them feel exactly what it's supposed to mean.
Karina is just the next to watch out for. She's young, she's fresh, she's super talented, and York region, you know, is been amazing. They've been incredibly supportive.
No matter how popular Karina